What's up, buddy? How you doing? How you been? I gotta be honest with you. I'm gonna be very honest. I have a lot to say about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle magic cards. Now, I know that's a ridiculous thing for a grown man to say. I have a lot of opinions about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle magic cards. But I do. I've said this before. I've said this on many other Magic products, many other Wizards decisions. I remain completely baffled by some of the stuff this company chooses to do. When they have been handed a license to and I know this sounds like a cliche, but it's true. Trading cards, if you can make money selling trading cards, let's remember what is a trading card? It's a piece of cardboard with a little bit of ink on it. It costs you less than a penny to make a trading card, and you can sell it $10, $20, $40. Some of these pieces of cardboard sell for thousands of dollars. When you crack the trading card code, and trust me, not everyone does. There's a lot of trading card games that come and go. Trading card companies go bankrupt. Look at stuff like MetaZoo. Look at all the failed card games out there. But when you crack that code, when you figure out how to make your trading card set profitable, you once you're on that train, you should devote every ounce of energy and money and time to making sure that train keeps rolling forever. And for some reasons, Wizards of the Coast, who has been put in this tremendous position, they have the greatest trading card game of all time. They're coming hot off the heels of some huge successes like Final Fantasy. With the golden goose in front of them, they take out a shotgun and they blow the golden goose's head off. It's baffling. Now, I have so much to say about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'm obviously not going to be able to do it all in one video. This will be the first of many videos, I think, about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now the spoiler came out this past week. Obviously the set's been in pre-release. We've seen all the cards now. And this is going to give you an example of what's wrong. Now, we already saw the Pizza Lands, and a lot of players had the same reaction I did. They said, "Oh, why?" For those of you who don't remember, those were basic lands with a pizza on them. Let me see if I can bring up a picture of those TMNT Pizza Lands. And we said, look, I know the TMNT like pizza. Okay, I'm aware of this. I'm not an idiot. I've been on goddamn Facebook trying to make me log in to look at pizza lands. Well, there they are. You go, look, I understand the TMNT like pizza, but first of all, no pizza. This is the grossest pizza I've ever seen. Why would I want a land card with pizza on it? Really? The point of a land card, I don't want to get too deep in it, but we're playing Magic. These are ancient, mystical, enchanted lands from which you are drawing mana to cast your spells. The fuck does that have to do with the gross pizza leaking down a turtle? Why is it going to be leaking all over him, too? Why couldn't you get someone who actually draws a fucking pizza? They shouldn't be pizza to begin with, but if they're going to be pizza, maybe you could find somebody who knows how to draw a fucking pizza. This looks terrible. Then we saw the pizza bundle. We saw the pizza bundle over here. Here. Okay, we said, you guys are really... Now, I know these are promo cards. Technically, you don't have to play them, whatever. Okay. You know, I already complained about this in a previous video. You took Dark Ritual, an iconic Magic card. It's Splinter making a goofy pizza. Okay. Michelangelo, this one's actually the least odious. Waste not. I mean, it is Mikey eating pizza out of the garbage, which is not great, but... at least it's, you know, decent fucking art. This thing has everybody on the internet going. First of all, people thought this was AI art. Second of all, they went, I don't know, man. Couldn't you just show them enjoying food? Couldn't you just show them sitting around the table enjoying pizza, not dripping it all over themselves like fucking... Look at this monstrous shit. And everyone's also going, why is there a yellow turtle? Well, because it's Wizards. They had to find a way to put the lady turtle in there. Here you got a pizza cutter. How about just making a pizza cutter? Does it need... This does not look like cheese. This looks like fucking snot is coming off the thing. And probably the most offensive. Everybody's been saying, when are you going to reprint Commander's Plate? Beloved piece of equipment for your commander. And they said, well, what if it was Leonardo covered in gross pizza slime? Well, we don't really want that. Okay. So here's the point. I'm trying to get to. Okay, I had this discussion recently with somebody. Okay, so I'm looking at the set. There's pizzas fucking everywhere. Let's put it how do I explain this? They didn't need to do this. I'm getting a lot of people going, well, it's TMNT, there's got to be pizza. I agree on some level. There should be some pizza in some of the cards. But does every card need a pizza? Somebody did the math. It's like 12% of all cards have a pizza. Why does this Raptor need a pizza? I guess because he gets a food card, okay, and it's kind of got a food sub-theme in it. Okay. Some of the cards can have pizza on them. But this TMNT is a franchise with different variations. Let's talk about Batman for 2 seconds. There's multiple Batmans, okay? Your kid brother watches the Lego Batman. That's the kid Batman. He's goofy, he's funny, he's messing around, okay. And then there's the Dark Knight Batman. He's dark, he's edgy, he's killing people, whatever else. Okay, well, he's not killing people, but you know what I mean. He's brutalizing people, he's beating up the bad guys. So when you go to make a TMNT set, you can say, listen, we want to have a couple nods to the kid-friendly stuff, a couple nods to the pizza pie and the goofy goobers and the cartoon, whatever, okay? But you should say, but at the end of the day, Magic the Gathering is not a game for little children. It's a game for, 15 and up, 15 plus, I would say is the Magic age range. Okay, yes, there was a TMNT cartoon where they ran around and they ate pizza and they were goofy. Cowabunga, bleh! But there's also the TMNT movies, which if you actually go watch that first TMNT movie, it's kind of a serious movie. Yeah, there's a little bit of goofing around, but like they kind of took the source material seriously on some level. Like they were ninjas, they were training, they experienced, when Shredder looked like he was going to die, there was real emotion. This is what you should have leaned into. There's also the original TMNT comic book, which, for those of you who don't, do I have to explain this? Why TMNT worked? Okay, is because you hear the title, TMNT, you go, oh, that's probably stupid and goofy. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is probably goofy. And you read it and you go, oh shit, this is like a real comic book? This is like a serious action adventure in the style of Frank Miller? It's like a ripoff of Daredevil? That's why the joke worked a lot better. You go, oh, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, what's that about? And then you read it and you're like, whoa, this is like kind of a serious story. I mean, yeah, they're teenagers, they're goofing around, they're, having fun, but at the end of the day, it's like a real ninja story. Okay, well, this is fun. Ninjas in New York. Cool shit. Instead of leaning to that, we got goofy pizzas. Anchovy banana pizza. This is your, for the 10-year-olds. This was from the cartoon show for 10-year-olds. And you could have made a concentrated decision to say, listen, we know the TMNT, we know there's the cartoon, and that was aimed at kids, and we love the kids, and that's great. But we wanted to see how TMNT fit into the Magic universe. We wanted to do a more serious take on the Turtles, a little more serious. Yes, there's some lighthearted stuff or whatever. I mean, but you look at some of the, they announced a Last Ronin secret lair, okay? And you go, well, guys, you could have made the whole set this, right? Oh, come on. You got to show it to me. You can never find images anymore. There you go. TMNT Secret Lair Showcase. You could have made the whole set like this, right? You could have had Donatello with the bow staff, looking like a ninja, dark, gritty, a little edgy, a little bit. You could still have some nods to the cartoon. You can have some fun, but I think the Magic fans would be like, hey, you guys found a way to make TMNT really kind of fit into the Magic universe. You didn't just make a bunch of goofy pizza cards. Okay, now I've been fighting on Twitter. Because there's people saying, like Jimmy Wong, saying negativity is boring. These are the big Magic influencers. Command Cast, 169,000 followers. He goes, why are you guys complaining about TMNT? Negativity's boring, man. I told him criticism will make Magic better. That's the truth. These people go, don't yuck my yum. Don't be negative. Let people enjoy things. I hate to say it, but typically those are comments from children or people with the mentality of children. We're discerning consumers. Many of us have invested decades of our life into this game, not to mention how much money we've invested into this game. We have every right to say, I I think you guys missed the mark by a wide margin. There's some stuff about the TMNT set I like. There's some stuff where I go, this just looks goofy and stupid, and I don't get it. Okay, now I told him criticism will make Magic better. He says, criticism done well will, but blind. Should I not do a mean voice for Jimmy Wong? I'll do a very distinguished gentleman voice. I'll be nice to Jimmy Wong. Criticism done well will, but blind negativity from bias doesn't do anything to help. Now, I don't know if you guys know this about me. Former game, I've worked on tabletop games in many respects. Probably the one I'm most well known for working on is Star Realms. I'm trying to see if I have a copy here, but I don't think I do. But Star Realms is a game. I mean, I'll show you guys real quick. Star Realms is a game that it's very colorful. I did the graphic design. I didn't do the art, but I made all the card frames and the logos and whatever else. Okay, and I said, look, I do want this to have kind of a pop art identity. I did the packaging, I did the logos, and I said, why don't I make it pop off the shelf? I want it very colorful. But, this, it was like a colorful 80s, maybe sci-fi theme with, exciting space tanks and mechs and whatever else. It fit. It was a very colorful game, but not childish. At no point did we say, let's make the very candy-colored we aimed for. But at no point do we say, let's really make... There is now actually a Star Realms for kids. What's it called? Star Realms Academy? And look at the difference. When we decided to, reskin the game, and again, I didn't actually partake in this, but the company did. Okay, and then we said they made a little kid-friendly version, and you can tell the graphical identity changes. Not every product has to be for kids and adults. You can have an adult product, you can have a kid product. So I said to Jimmy, look, as a former designer, I went on a little diatribe. I say, from a professional technical standpoint, the TMNT set is horrifically embarrassing for Wizards. The art direction, flavor, and graphic design are amateurish and hugely damaging to the core brand identity. There's a number of things about this set. The art is not good. The jokes, guac and marshmallow pizza. At a certain point, you go, bro, I'm not 12. I want to play the game with the fantasy character. I don't want this video to stretch on forever, but, I said, wow, this is a disaster. Universes Beyond is a disaster. Someone said, well, Universes Beyond isn't a disaster. Some of the Universes Beyond has been the best-selling sets. And I go, yes, Final Fantasy, which took the set very seriously. It wasn't goofy. Cloud's not, wearing a dress and eating a pizza. He is wearing a dress, but he's not eating a pizza. Lord of the Rings was very serious, very epic fantasy artwork. Worked perfectly. And Avatar, it hit the right tone. Even though it was based on a Nickelodeon property, it was a little childish, some of the Avatar stuff, but ultimately they found a way to not make it feel like a goofy Nickelodeon cartoon. It almost had, it felt a little more mature. I look at TMNT and I go, this is for children. This is a children's game. I don't want to play a children's game. Okay? Now, look. Here's the last... I'm not even going to go into this. Let's just real quick look at it. Undercity... Would you rather have this for your Undercity Sewers, beautiful land, or a drunk turtle in a fucking alleyway? How is this a land card? I'm not even going to spend time talking about it. I want to get to my final point. About how you make Magic the Gathering work and what they're missing out on. Phyrexia, show me something from Phyrexia, Obi-Wan. One of the last sets that I think you went, this is Magic. You said, this is Magic. Perfect example. Look at this. Okay? Now, come on, give me the full art. What is this? How come you can never see an image? They never give you full screen anymore. Yes, I accept the fucking cookies. Okay, here we go. You looked at this and you said, this is Magic. Okay? This is fantasy flavor. It's got a weird, dark, gothic element to it. Evil blood lady draped in blood drapes or whatever. And you said, okay, this is what I want from Magic. Did you really think 2-3 years later you were going to be playing guac and marshmallow pizza? Okay? Compare these two things. Do these feel to you like they're from the same universe? Of course not. You're not an idiot. You go, this is from some goofy, stupid Fortnite game. This is from the kind of game I want to play, real serious fantasy. So the point I want to make, and I was talking about this on stream recently, is Magic succeeds when it has the mentality that this is your older brother's card game. Now, what do I mean about that? Because people were saying, well, here's why TMNT is great. It's going to bring kids into Magic. It's going to get kids excited for Magic. I said, I think the exact opposite. I think this is not going to bring kids into Magic. What's going to bring kids into Magic, a new generation of players, is to have Magic be your older brother's card game. And what I mean by that is you're a kid. You know, what are you into? You're into Pokemon. You're into Mario. Maybe you're into the TMNT, whatever else. And you got an older brother. Older brother locks his door. Who knows what he's looking at on the computer? Okay, you're not allowed in there. But sometimes, he leaves the door open. You go in, you look around. What do you see in your older brother's room? Well, you don't see Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles posters. You don't see guac and marshmallow pizza. You see fucking Phyrexia All Will Be One booster packs. Okay? You see some badass fucking shit on the wall. Iron Maiden posters. And even if you don't have an older brother, just as a younger male coming up in the world, young men want to, they want to mature. They want to evolve. At a certain point, they go, am I really into Pokemon? I kind of feel like it's for little kids. What else is there? Okay? And traditionally, it was a great pipeline. The kids go, I like Pokemon, I collect Pokemon, but I'm ready for something real. They go to the store and they go, wow, now that's something that's different. This feels like something my mom doesn't want me to look at. This demon lady's got titties. She's bleeding everywhere. My mom says this is spooky. She doesn't like looking at it. This is my older brother. My older brother plays this game. My older cousin plays this game. Magic's key selling point, if you want to bring in a younger generation, is that it's not a goofy kid franchise. It's something with a little meat on it. It feels real. You feel like, it's not the most epic fantasy. Okay, maybe it is still a little juvenile. It is, a bunch of fucking cowboys and ninjas and whatever else. But the point is that a young person goes, I'm ready to play Magic. I want blood. I want swords. I want something badass. I'm done with Pokemon. I'm ready to move up. And you go, well, come on in, man. We got fucking Final Fantasy. We got swords, magic spells, dragons, fucking badass shit. That was the selling point. That's why Magic worked for so many years. And that's how you got new generations of Magic. But now you got a kid. Let's be clear. 14, 15 years old. He's going, I want to put away the childish toys yesterday. I don't want to do Pokemon anymore. I don't want to do Fortnite anymore. I don't want to do Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm ready to, try something new. And you go, we got guac and marshmallow pizza. And that kid goes, oh, well, honestly, that kid's going to go, I can't show my friends I'm playing this game. They're going to laugh at me. I can't show them I'm playing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle card game with fucking pizzas all over it. They're going to go, what the fuck is this, dude? What is this? TMNT, that's for fucking, 12-year-olds? It's like a Nickelodeon cartoon. Same with Avatar. Honestly, Avatar's a misstep. It's just because that kid's going to go, yeah, I'm not into Avatar. It's some Nickelodeon shit. It's not like this, man. Kid shows up at the playground. He goes, you got to check out these magic cards. Shows a kid fucking Elish Norn. Shows him some Phyrexians. Next thing you know, everybody in the playground's going, we're in. Let's do Magic. Magic's brand identity is a little bit fucked right now. And I'm not going to get too deep into it, but the problem is you got a bunch of overgrown man children and theater kids and tender queers and whatever else guiding the direction of the brand. Okay? I said this. Where's my Outlaws of Thunder Junction? Here. Outlaws of Thunder Junction. Now, look, there's a certain amount of this we can tolerate. I get it. The game's made in Seattle by a very special group of people, so you're going to have a gay cowboy on the front of the pack. We accept this. I've accepted that there's going to be... Did there need to be as much cowboy shit as there was? No. Probably didn't need to do a cowboy set, but I understand that the game is being made by Seattleites, so you're going to put a gay fucking cowboy on the booster pack. I get it. But there's a certain level at which it's all gay cowboys and pizzas. And you can't have a brand that's just gay cowboy and pizza. You can have some pizza, and you can have some gay cowboys. But at the end of the day, you need a big, spooky, titty, fucking Phyrexia lady. And that's what's going to sell. We'll see what happens, guys. I'm keeping an eye on the sales. They're not really budging. I don't know if this set's gonna... Right now, this is, 400 pre-sale. I don't know if this is better or worse than Avatar. We're gonna see where this goes. But this is really make or break for Magic right now. If this set does not do well, they got to change shit up. Little less gay cowboy, little less pizza pie. That's the bottom line. Guys, come on over to whatnot.com/invite/veto. We're selling Magic cards. We're having fun. What did I pull for somebody on my stream a week ago? Serialized Edgar Markov. I'm making you guys money opening these packs. Come on by, check it out. Take care of yourself, and I'll have more to complain about TMNT soon. You're fucking up, Wizards. You're fucking up.